Red Cap on the outside third. It's a Factor, has to keep pace, 3 off them now. And Savac is at the back. 5 lengths covers them heading to the 3/8 pole, where it's Far Western in front, a half length. The Votre Sante in second. And now Winds of Freedom is coming under pressure while losing ground 3 deep. Back to last again as Savac takes third. On the inside, It's a Factor. Winds of Freedom pretty much eliminated at the break. It's Far Western turning for home, trying to shake loose from a Votre Sante in second. Savac on the outside of It's a Factor. They're coming to the furlong pole, and it's Far Western with another gear, opening up to lead by almost 5 lengths. Votre Sante is trying hard, closing the gap once again past the 16th pole, but Far Western is home free. Far Western upsets him by 3 lengths. Votre Sante second. It's a Factor finished third in front of Savac. And they're off. Smooth beginning for Call Me Sir. King of Dragons. Keep Dancing Nickel on the inside is up close too. Theatrical Cat fourth in the early going. Then it's Dino Dave between horses. Don't Have Another rushes through along the rail. And the distant trailer is Falcon Wings. Into the first turn, and it is Keep Dancing Nick with a narrow advantage. King of Dragons a headstrong second. It's another 2 lengths back. Don't Have Another racing together with Call Me Sir and Theatrical Cat 3 deep, 4 lengths off the lead. Another 2 to Dino Dave and Falcon Wings. Down the back stretch, and it's Keep Dancing Nick in front. Lets it out a notch now to lead by almost 2. King of Dragons relaxes in second. Don't Have Another sharing third with Theatrical Cat. And Call Me Sir is right between those two. 3 lengths off the lead. Dino Dave is next and Falcon Wings. Moving into the far turn, Hector Barrios and Keep Dancing Nick, confronted by Kyle Frey and King of Dragons now. And King of Dragons puts his white blinkers just in front. Call Me Sir has had a smooth enough journey in third. Theatrical Cat just outside of him there at the top of the stretch. And King of Dragons gets the jump. Call Me Sir swings to the outside. Keep Dancing Nick at the rail. They're in the final furlong. King of Dragons, Call Me Sir. These are the two. King of Dragons digging in. Call Me Sir trying to get by. Call Me Sir with good late momentum. And Call Me Sir scores. King of Dragons second. Dino Dave up for third in front of Keep Dancing Nick. Goes in. And they're off. Beauty and the Bolt is hustled out for the lead. Respect the Crown up close. In Your Life between horses. If You Ain't First, You're Last. And One Arrow is down at the rails. Sabres is second to last and looks lucky at the back of a fairly compact field. No more than 5 lengths covers them. Beauty and the Bolt will take them to the 6 furlong pole, leading a length and a half. In Your Life races in the second spot, just in front of If You Ain't First, You're Last. And down at the rail, One Arrow is racing fourth, 3 lengths off the lead. 2 more back to Sabres inside Respect the Crown, and another 3 to Looks Lucky. Less than 5 furlongs to run, and it's Beauty and the Bolt, controlling terms on the front end. In Your Life just in front of One Arrow, second and third. Another 2, If You Ain't First, You're Last is in fourth, followed by Sabres in the blue along the inside, 4.5 off the lead. Next comes Respect the Crown, and Looks Lucky has been at the back throughout, as Beauty and the Bolt leads throughout. Takes him toward the quarter pole with One Arrow moving into second. In Your Life now back to third, followed by If You Ain't First, You're Last, and Sabres. Past the quarter pole, Beauty and the Bolt sailing along. 1 Arrow, a clear-cut second. In Your Life Ends, Sabres, followed on the outside by Respect the Crown. If You Ain't First, You're Last. Beauty in the Bolt is home free. That lead increasing with every stride. A successful stretch out for Beauty in the Bolt. Beauty in the Bolt will win by close to 10, maybe a little more. In Your Life was second. If You Ain't First, You're Last in 1 Arrow. Race 6 in 23 minutes. Scratch number 5 activated. This race will kick off the $3 late pick 3. They're in the gate. And they're off. Gem Mine is quick, and so is Collect My Thoughts. Those two vie for command. Long May She Reign is 3.5 or 4 off the pace in third. Then Big Celebration, who races just on the outside of Avoir. The early trailer is Princess Midnight, some 8 or 9 off the lead. And the lead belongs to Collect My Thoughts with immediate pressure from Gem Mine to the outside. And 1.5 Big Celebration into third. Long May She Reign, Avoir, and another 3 to Princess Midnight. Rounding the far turn, Collect My Thoughts, scampers clear. Almost 3 lengths now to Gem Mine second. At the rail, Long May She Reign. Avoir picks up some momentum to take third briefly. As Long May She Reign now battles back along the inside. They're at the top of the stretch, and it's Collect My Thoughts, 1.5 lengths in front. Just behind, Long May She Reign ups to the inside. Avoir continues to make headway, and from the back, Princess Midnight is coming fast. Here's Princess Midnight on the far outside, but it's Long May She Reign just in front. Princess Midnight runs him down under Diego Herrera. Photo, Long May She Reign and Avoir, then Gem Mine. We're in the gate. And they're off. Special Club, Wind Ribbon on the outside. Here's I'm Ripped up to take the lead. Spiritual Advisor has been asked for early speed. He's racing third currently. BIG is down at the rail, and California Tiger at the back under some restraint there in some traffic is California Tiger. Down the backstretch, I'm Ripped, easy lead. Takes him to the half-mile pole, 1.5 lengths in front. Spiritual Advisor is a joint second with Special Club now moving right into that second spot. They're followed by Wind Ribbon, California Tigers still with some traffic issues, and another 3 to BIG. They're coming toward the quarter pole. I'm Ripped has a 3-length lead, and it's expanding at the rails. Spiritual Advisors trying to hang in there. Center of the racetrack, Wind Ribbon has made headway up to take second. Special Club is next, and California Tiger gets breathing room now on the far outside, but I'm Ripped with a 3-length lead coming to the 16th pole. California Tiger gaining nice momentum on the outside of Spiritual Advisor, but I'm Ripped will take them all the way. I'm Ripped wins it by 3. Second went to California Tiger in front of Spiritual Advisor, and a photo for fourth involving BIG. In 22 minutes. We're in the gate. And they're off. The slightest of bobbles for She Be Boss. Here's Above All Else, sprinting right to the front. Step It Out comes away in second. Then it's Crimson Sonata third, and She Be Boss races in fourth. Last Elizabethan racing on the inside of Nakota. That pair is followed by Upcharge into the first turn, who's 7 lengths off the lead. The two trailers Matters and Blue Fashion at the back of the field. Hector Barrios has done a lot of pace setting today, and he does so right now in front by a length and a half aboard Above All Else. In second, Step It Out. It's another 2 lengths back to Last Elizabeth, and inside She Be Boss. Then Upcharge and Crimson Sonata side by side, 7 lengths off the lead. Matters and Nakota are racing as a team, and another 3 to Blue Fashion. Less than a half mile to go, and it's Above All Else, taking them into the far turn by a length. Tracked throughout by Step It Out in second. Last Elizabethan in striking range third. Then She Be Boss asked to pick it up now in fourth. Upcharge is down at the rails, 6 lengths off the lead as the field rounds the far turn. From last, Blue Fashion is picking it up while wide White Cap. They're at the top of the stretch, and Step It Out is up to take the lead, confronted by Last Elizabethan, and Upcharge joins the fray on the outside. Upcharge and Last Elizabethan go on, and Upcharge is traveling sweetly to the front in the final 16th under Ricky Gonzalez, who gets his second on the day. Upcharge scores by 3. Last Elizabethan was second. Then it was Blue Fashion in third, followed by Step It Out, and the super high five, a photo for fifth between Nakota and Matters.
Hi, everybody, and a happy Saturday to each and every one of you. Delighted you decided to join us for at least all or part of your day. We've got a good 9-race card, and those of us in the racing industry, whether you work in the industry or you're a horse player, we are on countdown. 13 days until the Breeders' Cup, day number 1 at Del Mar Thoroughbred Club down in northern San Diego County. Also, only 5 days of live racing left here. Today, tomorrow, and then 3 days next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that's it for San Anita until December 26th. But someone who's never on countdown, that's because he does a million jobs here at the racetrack. His name, Jeff Chapman. Chappie, happy Saturday. Welcome to the seminar.
Happy Saturday. Glad to be here, of course.
You've had a busy morning. You hosted your radio show this morning. How did that go?
Radio show. Well, you know, we go down to Angel Stadium every Saturday morning, and
Parking lot must be empty.
the parking lot is, oh no, you know what's so funny though? So on the off days, kind of reminds us of the parking lot here.
Sure.
They have a lot of side events. So this morning we got stuck in traffic. Then we got there and we couldn't get in the gate we're supposed to go in. So we had to go around. We pulled a couple, you know, flying through people to get where we're at. So we were a little running late today, but we made it.
Who were your guests?
Normally we had the regulars on. Minty Betts from Las Vegas. So she kind of goes over. We try to do not just horse racing. She talks more about MMA, baseball, football. Bruce Finkelstein, as you know, is a regular. We always have Mike Peranio from the Mandalay Bay who talks.
Did he give out a football game? I know he's a Sharpie.
He did. Stand by.
NFL.
Yeah, no, I'll think of it.
Okay.
It's always a dog, and he gave out a favorite. The Raiders +7
Against the Rams.
Yeah, +7. That line must have gone up. I had it at like 5.5. And then Gino Bacola, he always comes on as well. So sometimes we sprinkle in a trainer here and there, but an hour goes really fast, and we try to give as many picks as we can.
Las Vegas is a 40-minute plane ride from Los Angeles or a 3-hour drive. When's the last time you were over in Sin City?
We always go and do our show opening weekend of Del Mar, so we always go for 3 days. And after 3 days, I've had enough for a while. I was considering going for the Breeders' Cup, but I think I'm either going to go to the Breeders' Cup or stay here and enjoy it right here.
You deserve a break every now and then because, as I mentioned, Chappie, you're very busy. And one of the things you do that not a lot of people know about that I wanted to promote was the Ultimate Fan Experience, which you host every Saturday, including today. You can take advantage of it either today or next Saturday. And what it is, it's really a day-long event. The fans who come out spend the morning on the backside, and then in the afternoon, you kind of give them some VIP treatment. You put them in the walking ring, you watch a race from the winner's circle, you take them to the speakeasy and have a glass of champagne. I'm sure the reaction to this very underpublicized promotion gets a lot of positive feedback from fans who actually participate.
Yeah, they never know what to expect, right? So the feedback is always very positive. They start out at 9 o'clock, Clocker's Corner. They get some breakfast down there. They meet up with Iggy, and Iggy, as you know, is like the mayor of the backside and everything else.
He can open a lot of doors.
Yeah, for sure. So he takes him in a golf cart. They go around to the backside. They always stop at a certain trainer that we set up ahead of time. So the trainer comes out, takes some time with them. A lot of times they'll even bring a horse out to, you know, they're really good about asking and answering questions. We limit it to 10 people, so it's more of an intimate type of experience, right?
Sure.
And Iggy is...
I think they eat breakfast at Clocker's Corner,
They eat breakfast first, yeah. Then Iggy takes them over to the receiving barn, then to see the Clydesdales, stops over, explains a little bit about Zenyatta. Then he takes him in the jocks room.
Looks at the silks.
Kind of explains the whole thing. Then I pick them up later in the day.
Only halfway through the day.
Correct.
That sounds like a full day already.
Yeah. So I've already met them this morning. I told them to watch. I said, I don't know if you want to follow my picks, but I'll be a good guide later on.
Or line them out.
Exactly. And then I'll take them down to the paddock for a race and go in where the owners can go only. Then we go watch a race by the winner's circle.
And all this is exclusive access. Excuse me. They can't do that without you chaperoning them around.
100%. We go where the owners go, even down to the winner's circle. They don't know all this yet, but if they're watching, they will. We will go to the side where they can watch the race where the owners in the winner's terrace, as we call it, and be right up next to the winner's circle to watch the race. And then we end up in the speakeasy as well.
So basically they do everything except ride an actual race.
Yeah, and I'm working on that, but it hasn't happened yet. So, I don't know if they can all do that, but if one day, maybe we'll get them to write a race as well.
Another one of your responsibilities, Jeff, here at Santa Anita is to host like a preview show after the races conclude, a preview show of the following day. And you do usually a pick 5 preview. There's other segments that you do as well, but you also get a wide variety or array of handicappers to basically zoom in. And you have like almost like a conference call / Zoom meeting where people just give their opinions on the pick 5 for the next day.
Yeah, usually every Friday night we do one. We'll preview the pick 5 for Saturday.
And handicappers can watch that either on Twitter,
YouTube, and well, we're trying to work on Instagram. Right now it's Twitter and YouTube. It's a little bit different of the format on the Instagram. So we're working on that. But it stays on there. So we do it Friday, but they can watch it later as well.
Even now if they wanted to.
Yeah. Like yesterday when we came on, the Dodger game was live. So I said, I don't think we're really cutting into the viewership right now, but they can come back later and watch it.
Sure.
And we have
it's on demand.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have good guests. Normally the pick 5, I think opening or one of the weekends when they had that special all stakes pick 5.
California Crown.
We did that, but the one was 2 weekends ago. Remember,
where we integrated with other tracks.
We did that instead. So sometimes we'll switch it up.
And one other responsibility you have amongst many of your responsibilities, Jeff, is being the VIP host. And you've had plenty of celebrities come out today. We don't want to name any names, but are there any celebrities coming out today?
Not today. So far, we are lacking on celebrities today, but we also have a lot more going on with the Ultimate Fan Experience, also with the Wagering Ambassador Program, and we have a couple of VIP tables coming out as well that I will give tours to, whether they won it through a silent auction or something like that. So when the celebs don't come, we're still busy all day long. Saturdays are always a crazy day, but it just makes the day fun and makes the day go by fast.
We're going to be far from silent during the next 31 minutes. That's because we're going to find out who Jeff likes on today's 9-race card. But before we do any of that, let's toss it over to track announcer Frank Miramati and get the early changes on today's card here at the Great Race Place.
Good afternoon and welcome to Santa Anita Park. The track is fast, the turf course is firm, the rail on the turf out 10 feet. Here are the early changes. Not much to report, no changes in race 1. Early pick 5 starts with the first. In the second, number 3, Joyrider will carry 1 pound over. Early pick 4 starts with race 2. There are no changes in the third. The fourth race is the start of the $2 pick 6, as well as the all-turf pick 3. All-turf pick 3 today on races 4, 6, and 8. In race 5, we kick off the late pick 5 with no changes. Turning to race 6, start of the late pick 4 with blinker notes. Only scratch of the day comes in the 7th, scratch number 4, Nulla. $3 late pick 3 starts with race 7. The 8th is the Lure Stakes. Start of the $5 late double, no changes, and no changes in the 9th, which offers super high 5 wagering. Enjoy your day at Santa Anita Park. Lots of activities on track. LA Tacos Birria Mania today and tomorrow. Dig in and enjoy. Right now we go back to Quigley's Corner. Tom's special guest today is Jeff Chapman.
Be any A-list celebrities on track today, but there are certainly plenty of A-list horse players on track today and playing online at expressbet.com in the $1,000 Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge Super Low Ratio Qualifier. All you have to do is put up $1,000, and every 20 entries that participate, one $10,000 Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge seat for Breeders' Cup weekend will be awarded. That's a live money tournament, and today's tournament is a live money tournament as well. You put up $1,000, $500 goes exclusively to the prize pool. Everything's returned back to the players, and $500 is your live bankroll. When the tournament was last played on October 5th, 2 weeks ago, the winning total was $3,000. So you basically had to multiply your bankroll 6 times in order to get a $10,000 Breeders' Cup seat. That might sound like a lot, but it's actually not when you're allowed to play exactas and trifectas. So get involved if you're planning to play a significant amount of money today and play in the $1,000 Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge Super Low Ratio Qualifier. There's plenty of other money to play for as well today, Chappie. Good 9-race card. We've got the early pick 5, the late pick 4, et cetera, et cetera. So let's kind of roll up our sleeves and dive right in with the aforementioned 50-cent early pick 5. We kick things off going a mile and a 16th on the main track for maiden special weight fillies and mares. We've got a field of 6. The original morning line favorite was one of the Bob Baffert trainees, number 3, Philippa, 7-5, according to Jeff Siegel. But the current betting choice at 3-2 is the other Bob Baffert runner, number 5. Before we get your thoughts on the race, Jeff, let's take a look at a replay for that. Take a look at a replay, I should say, which 3 of these runners exit, specifically Scarlet, Anna, Philippa, and Accuracy, all ran against each other last time down at Delmar. When we watch this replays, the runners you want to watch break from post positions 1, 6, and 7. They all lost to a horse, to a filly, I should say, by the name of Cavallari, who came back to win earlier this week, earning a Beyer speed figure of 90. That seems to be the keyest race. So let's watch the replay, listen to Trevor Denman describe the action, and watch the runners breaking from post positions 1, 6, and 7.
And away they go. Cavallari broke smartly and sets off for the lead. Petty Anger's right there as well. One Summer Day in the blue colors shows speed. Here's Accuracy now going up alongside of them. They're sprinting along up front early on. 'Tis Now Mama's hooked wide into the turn. Then we drop back to Philippo's now 5 off the leader. Behind that comes Well Funded. Drop back second last, and Bolts Broad is last. Down the backstretch they go, and Cavallari sets the pace. It's been a good one. Tries to slow them down just a little now. One Summer Day is racing up between them. Accuracy on the far side now puts her head into second. Scarlet Avenue's right there down at the rail, been followed by Petty Ange. Philippa in the black cap is now 5 off the leaders. Then we come back to Well Funded. Bolts Broad is up alongside of that, and 'Tis Now Mama is last. Into the turn they go, and Cavallari still there by a length. Accuracy's now come through to get second, and Accuracy goes after Cavallari on the lead. Philippa's running a big one in third. Philippa closing in as well. Scarlet Avenue losing ground, and then comes Bolts Broad. They come into the top of the lane now. On the inside is Cavallari. Accuracy and Philippa right up alongside. 3 of them turn for home together. Bolts Broad coming on from 4th. They are homeward bound, still wide open. Cavallari's all hot down at the rail. Accuracy can't go with her. On the outside, Philippa's running a big one as well. They come for home. Cavallari, the more they asked, the more she gave. And Cavallari wins it well. Cavallari wins. Philippa was second.
Jeff, there was a lot going on in that replay. You'd probably have to watch it a few times to decipher all of it. But first of all, the fractions were hot, 22 and change, 45 and change for a 2-turn race. Scarlet Avenue, as you saw, was down on the rail, pressed the pace, then backed out. Accuracy was the first to challenge, then backed out as well after having trouble on the clubhouse turn. And Philippa, turning for home, looked like she was going to run by them all. And then she kind of hung as well. Now they're going a mile and a 16th. Even though it's a field of 6, this is a tricky little race.
Yeah, it's a tough little race. I mean, there's more than just the 2 obvious horses in here, and I'm not even talking about the 5, who's right now the 7-5 favorite. Yeah, Accuracy has actually had trouble in both races. Came out of that real good race with one Magic Filly, right, who came back to win again.
Beat Sweet Azteca.
Correct. Kind of broke slowly that time. And then last time out, broke a little bit slow, was kind of rank into the first turn in between horses, had some trouble there. I think that horse is set for a big race, second, going 2 turns. I did actually pick Philippa on top. Like you said, that horse made a big move, got past late. One of the things I think this horse is improving And I'm always big on the workouts. And if you go back and watch the September 23rd work at Santa Anita on XBTV, I think this horse actually got the best of Cavalieri a little bit. They worked in company. So for that reason only, I give the slight nod to the 3. Obviously, I think accuracy is going to run big. And, you know, like you said, Scarlet Avenue could show some more speed. And even the 5-horse, Tom, worked very well last time against a horse named Showcard, who actually has 4 wins, and 2 of them are stakes wins. So I think that horse is no slouch there. And when Baffert has more than 1, we know how that tends to go.
Jeff likes the 2 Daughters of Arrogate, 3 and 4 to kick things off in race number 1. When we transition over to the turf course in race number 2, going the classic distance of 1.25 miles on the turf course. It's for allowance optional claiming types, non-winners of 1 other than. We've got a field of 6, and race 2 begins the 50-cent early pick for. Number 5, Lottery Pick, is the 2-to-1 morning line favorite. 6 ways you can go here, Jeff. Which way you going and why?
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people might gravitate towards Fearless Soldier, who could get an easy lead here. I'm going to go to the 5-horse Lottery Pick on top. If you go back to that last race, Lottery Pick had quite a bit of trouble on the far turn, and 2 of those horses, that was a very productive race. 2 of the horses came back to win, including On the Whim, who is a stakes winner. A little bit of trouble there. I'm going to give Lottery Pick 3rd off the layoff a big shot here at 2-to-1. You know, my second pick is Wee Babe on the rail. Takes the blinkers off. I think should get the good stalking trip and get first run on the closers. But Wee Babe isn't big on winning, so runs a lot of seconds. So that's why I went 5-1 in here. And I think Joyrider's going to take a lot of play in here. Going to have a lot of ground to make up in what might be a tepid pace, in my opinion.
A couple of comments on Jeff's top 2 selections. Number 5, Lottery Pick, the rare thoroughbred anywhere in thoroughbred racing that is not using Lasix throughout the majority of his career. The one time he did use Lasix was the worst performance of his career, so hats off to the connections for that. Also, number 1, Ubabe, who is Jeff's second selection. He mentioned that Richie Baltas, the trainer, takes blinkers off. So far this year, Richie with that move is 4 for 12. He did a 33% win clip, as you can see right there at the bottom of the daily racing form. Race number 3, we are going 5.5 furlongs on the main track for $32,000 claimers, non-winners of 2 races lifetime. This race was written for 3-year-olds and up, but all 6 competitors are 3-year-olds, including the morning line favorite, number 3, Tequila Talkin', who's 2-to-1 on the morning line. What say you about race 3, Jeff?
So I'm going to take a little bit. I don't like to do the guessing game. I'm doing a little bit of a guessing game with my horse on top, which would be the outside horse, Southern Slang. This horse hasn't ran since last August of last year. Reason I'm taking Southern Slang, they come off of that long layoff. They are not in for the tag, so they're getting the free roll. Drawn outside. There are no works on XBTV for me to watch, which I wish I could, but adds Lasix, cozy outside spot. That's the reason I picked Southern Slang on top, the no tag angle there. My second choice would be the 1, Haywood. Haywood worked very well last time on October 12th against a very talented horse named Raging Torrent. And worked heads up quite the way, kind of got outworked late, but I thought that was very impressive. Doug O'Neill has been winning in bunches as of late, so I'm 6-1 here.
It's interesting. We'll see today whether or not Southern Slang has any ability. First 2 times in his career, the previous connections risked him for $32,000, looking like they wanted to lose him. And as Jeff mentioned, we haven't seen this horse since August of 2023 down at Del Mar, in excess of a year in terms of being on the shelf. Reason why I'm saying all of that is Southern Slang is a half-tour runner by the name of Malibu Secret. Malibu Secret earned $327,000 in his career, primarily up in Canada. But it's interesting to see if, in fact, Southern Slang will have any ability come today's 3rd race. Race number 4 begins the $2 pick 6. Also begins the $3 all turf pick 3 sequence. And we kick things off in race 4 on the turf course, of course, going 1 mile for maiden special weight Calbred 2-year-old fillies. We've got a field of 7. Before we get your thoughts on the race, Jeff, another replay to watch, because there's a common race for at least the top 2 betting choices in this race. And that would be number 2, Renatus, as well as number 7, How About Pavel. They both exit a race at Del Mar on August 30th that they both competed in. They're going to break from post positions 3 and 5 respectively. respectively, and they're going to have opposite running styles. How about Pavel, who's going to break from post position number 5, flashes a lot of early speed. Contrarily, number 2, Renatus, will break from post position number 3 and really have no early speed, but probably was best as you watch this replay. Tough race to decipher, including Chili Philly, who's going to be in this replay. She breaks from post position number 4. She kind of hopped at the start, was very rank and unsettled going into the first turn. She's not in this race without a shot. So let's listen to Trevor Denman describe the action and watch the runners breaking from post positions 3, 4, and 5.
And away they go. Chili Philly hopped in the air just a little at the start. How about Pavel going off to lead them early? Orange Thunder is right there in second, and long-legged Babs on the far side. Abbey Theatre pulling pretty hard in the blue, goes up to join the vanguard. And then we come back to Warm Reception. Tequila and Therapy scrapes the paint about 5 off the leader. Racing in behind that, Amelia's Echo. Down at the rail, Chili Phillies improved a little and keen to go on now. Renatus is racing back second last, a good 8-9 lengths off the leaders, and last is Grazen Gator, last early, just been patiently ridden. They head to the half-mile pole. How about Pavel? Leads it now by 2.5. Long-legged Babs is in second, then comes Orange Thunder on the far side, Abbey Theatre in the blue. Tequila Therapy down at the rail, and Warm Reception now 7 off the leaders, been followed by Chili Philly in the green down at the rail. Just in behind that comes Renatus, second last now, and 8 off the leader, and still Grazen Gator is last. They have 3/8 of a mile to go now, and it's How About Pavel leading it by 2. Orange Thunder is now in second. Tequila and Therapy coming nicely down at the rail. Chili Phillies continued to make ground, and now Renatus coming smartly. Renatus in the pink cap on the outside, and Grazen Gators get it going late but far back. They come for home. How About Pavel on the outside. Tequila and Therapy coming fast though. Tequila and Therapy, but How About Pavel hanging on. Tequila and Therapy. Tequila and Therapy got up. Second, How About Pavel.
Jeff, first time going long for How About Pavel. Certainly finished a very game second there. Couldn't quite get the job done. Renatus, as we saw in the far turn, had all sorts of trouble. Really strong gallop out as well for that Daughter of Clubhouse ride. Is that kind of how you see race 4?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to those two. I'm actually going to pick How About Pavel on top just because of the pace scenario. Last time, like you said, going long. First time JJ from Mario, and I see a similar trip unless the one who's stretching out and adding blinkers decides to send. I don't see much speed in here at all. So I think maybe JJ slows him up on the front end. Renatus was much the best last time, or probably best last time, right? And had some trouble. As we know, Hector Barris has had a great meet, and he's terrific on the turf. I could be dead wrong. This horse is going to be odds on, but as a pace play, I think Pavel might be able to slow it up and take him gate to wire.
And Renatus is a full brother to Curlin's Chaos, also trained by Antonio Garcia. Very talented 3-year-old who is 2 for 4 on the turf course. Certainly the breeding is there for the even money favorite Renatus to put up another improved performance in career start number 3. Race number 5 begins the 50-cent late pick 5 sequence. We're going 1 mile the main track for $16,000 claimers, a field of 7. Number 2, Joint Venture from the Phil D'Amato barn, owned by Little Red Feather, is the 8-5 morning line favorite. Ricky Gonzalez with 2 wins yesterday. Is he going to get a win in race 5 today, Jeff?
You know, I think it's not as easy as Joint Venture whatsoever. I mean, to me, this is a wide open race. I mean, I had all circled at the top of my page. I did pick the 3 Zimba Warrior on top. I think this horse could get a nice stalking trip, drops in class, comes out of open claimers, whereas Joint Venture comes out of the non-winners of 3 lifetime, which I think is a big advantage there. You know, this race, I could literally make a case for all 6 of them. Even Vanzy on the outside, you know, has some the last 2 races have been on the dirt, ran well at 12-1. Lansdowne's another horse stretching out, who has all 4 wins here at Santa Anita. So I would prefer the Allburger, as we would say, but I will go 3-2 because I can only give 2 selections on the show.
Race number 6 begins the 50-cent late pick 4 sequence. We're sprinting 6 furlongs of the turf course for maiden claimers. $50,000 is the claiming tag. A full field of 11 here, and number 11 is a first-time gelding. The morning line favorite is number 10, Prosper. taking a big drop down in class. Once again, Jeff, before we get your thoughts on the race, another replay to watch. Keep in mind, today's distance of in race 6 is 6 furlongs. The replay we're about to watch is a flat mile down at Del Mar. So a 2-turn race. Some of these runners are cutting back to a sprint. Keep that in mind as we're evaluating the replay. We're going to watch the replay from August 25th, and specifically numbers 1, 3, and 4. That would be Caribbean King, Quality Wins, and Legitimate Target all exit this race. I want you to watch Caribbean King, who breaks from post position number 2, and also Quality Wins, who breaks from post position number 8. Take a look at the trouble that they encounter throughout the running of the race. But again, keep in mind they're shortening back from a route to a sprint. Let's listen to Trevor Denman describe the action back on August 25th.
And away they go. Quintessence broke well. It goes for the early lead, but now been overtaken by Sir Maximus. Caribbean King tucking in just behind the leaders. Nuclear is in the orange cap. Captain Tucci's on the outside. Pace is decent early. Then we come back to Quality Wins in the red colors. Legitimate Targets in there as well. Big Juanito races back 4th last, gives them a good 8-length start. In behind that is the Old 9, quite content to lag early. Mysterious Husband 2nd last, and last is Travail. Onto the backstretch they go, and Nuclear now goes to quicken them. Nuclear gets the lead and goes on with it. Sir Maximus on the inside 2nd. Quintessence is right there in 3rd. Legitimate Target in the white colors, only 2.5 off the leader. Caribbean King is right there at the rail. Captain Tucci's behind that. Only 4 lengths, covers all those runners. Big Juanito is next. On the outside, Quality Wins, now 8 off the leader. Then we come back to the Old 9, who's still far back, getting a tap on the shoulder to come after them. They come to the 3/8 pole, and Nuclear is let loose. Nuclear now opens up on them. Nuclear goes 4 lengths clear at the top of the lane. Quintessence is trying to chase from 2nd. Captain Tucci's is on the outside. Now Big Juanito's coming with a late run, and Quality Wins down the center. It's Nuclear in front, but a wall of horses now coming. Here comes Big Juanito. Big Juanito coming fast. Quality Wins on the outside. Nuclear, Big Juanito to get up. Big Juanito got him. Big Juanito very close then for 2nd.
Jeff, it's interesting. The leader of that race as they turned for home was Nuclear, another big maiden special weight to maiden claiming dropper for trainer John Sadler. Just like the morning line favorite today, number 10, Prosper, you can see he got tagged at the wire. Caribbean King had all sorts of trouble on the far turn. Quality Win put in his customary late kick. This is a very, very difficult race in the pick 6 and late pick 4 sequence.
Yeah. You know, I did a tip sheet today for the Oktoberfest. Normally I'll give 3 plays. I actually went 4 in here. The 2 horses that are not on there, I picked the 3 and the 1, 3rd and 4th. The reason I did not pick them here is obviously, like you said, I think the 3 Quality Wins could get the perfect setup and has run well sprinting. Caribbean King drawing the rail, cutting back that much, could certainly win this race, but going to have to work out a trip.
And first time Peter Miller.
Correct, yes.
But you're going with 9 and 10, and I understand why you like Crazy Cavalier, because he actually won a race similar to this, but got disqualified in his career debut.
Yeah, he got disqualified at this level, career debut. Then the next 2 times out, off of a layoff, on the August 11th race, that horse got absolutely eliminated at the start. Game over, 2 feet out of the gate. Last time out, had the 13 hole, was ranked wide early, had a lot of trouble both those races. Now cuts back to 6 furlongs, now back amongst his friends at the $50,000 level. I think this is the right spot at 6-1. And with Prosper, look, this is my last shot ever giving a chance. If this horse is ever going to win, this horse should clear, finally drops out of the maiden special weight ranks, and it's now or never. I was hesitant to even put this horse in 2nd, but like I said, might break and clear early. There doesn't seem to be a lot of speed in here. Maybe the 11 on the outside goes with. So that's the only reason. One more shot to hit the board for Prosper.
It's never time for me for Prosper. Here's the reason why. They bought him at auction for $1.7 million. Now you can have him for $50,000. But John Sadler has done this move 26 times since May of 2022. He's only hit the winner's circle 3 times with his maiden special weight to maiden claiming dropper. So I'm out on him. It's likely he'll be at least maybe a lukewarm morning line favorite. But for all the exotic plays, I'm going to play against Prosper just based off that trainer trend that I quoted courtesy of DRF Formulator. Race number 7 begins at $3 late pick 3 with the low 15% takeout. Talk about grab bags. Race number 7 is a complete grab bag, in my opinion. This race is for maiden claiming 2-year-old fillies in for a $32,000 tag. Sprinted the abbreviated sprint distance of 5.5 furlongs. Scratched the 4. Leaves us with a field of 7. Second-time starter from the Richie Baltas barn. Number 7, Venice Vibe, is the 5-2 morning line favorite. Used to live in Venice. There's a good vibe over there, isn't there?
There's too good of a vibe. That's why I had to get out of there. I would have never made it. But yeah, no, it was a great time, and I love the name. This is not my cup of tea, this type of race.
I agree.
There's not a lot to go on. You know, I went 6-7. The 6 showed some speed the last time. You know, worked okay since. Venice Vibe, you can't tell because that horse got crushed, eliminated at the start, so that's a complete toss. They're both drawn outside. You know, my Catherine Rose intrigues me with Maldonado up, but there's no works that I can watch to go on. So, you know, I'm 6-7, maybe the 5, but this is just one of those races that I don't get too excited about, to be honest with you.
Race number 8 is our feature race in the card. It's the Lure Stakes, $80,000 added. Name in honor of the 2-time Breeders' Cup Mile winner, including one right here at Sandy. To also race 8 begins the $5 late daily double, once again with a low 15% takeout. We've got an excellent field of 9 here. The Calbred number 2, Mana Rose, is the 5-2 morning line favorite. Before we get your thoughts on the race, Jeff, the big question is, how good is SEAL Team returning off the layoff? Well, courtesy of our friends at xbtv.com, here's the workout on August 7th, and take a look at who his workmate is. This is the beginning of the workout, and we all know who Ruby Nell is, multiple graded stakes winner, and we know Ruby Nell likes to get it on early, and you can see right now she wants to go. The exercise doesn't want her to go. That's her on the outside. Inside of her is SEAL Team, and what you're going to see is the same position from the exercise rider the entire duration of this workout, just down on his belly, not necessarily asking him for a lot of run, but certainly asking him for a good performance. And I think you'll see as this workout continues, Jeff, and I know you've watched this, that this was, for lack of a better description, a breathtaking workout from SEAL Team.
Yeah, I saw the same thing you did, and that's the reason I actually, you know, you got to take the stand somewhere, and a horse hasn't ran since last November, but SEAL Team is actually going to be my single here. And obviously, this horse has shown a ton of talent in the past, has won off of a layoff before, is 2 for 2 at Santa Anita. And then this work sealed the deal for me because, as we know, Ruby Nell is a good workhorse. And this horse looks primed and ready for Richard Mandella off the break. I think that Mana Rose is going to go. Obviously is going to go. I think El Patente is going to keep that horse company on the front end. I think Exalted is going to get bet, who is 4 for 4 at Santa Anita, but I think might be a little bit off form. One thing I do like is the workout reports give very good workouts on Exalted, who might take more money. So that just leads it more to me, as we can see SEAL Team galloping out very strongly in this sign. This points to all systems go here for SEAL Team in this race.
I sure hope we get 7-2 after showing that workout. I'm not sure we can, but like you said, you like SEAL Team, so do I. It's a positive indicator for me that Richard Mandella returns SEAL Team into this race off a long layoff. There's certainly other options he could have chose. Race number 9 closes out the day, but doesn't close out the week. Keep in mind, live racing resumes tomorrow, Sunday. We've got an excellent 8-race card beginning at 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. But first things first, race number 9, we're sprinting 6 furlongs in the main track for 2-year-old fillies, starter optional claiming types. Also $1 super high five wagering, the only super high five wager available on the last race every race card. A field of 8 here, Jeff. Don't Tell Tamo, first off the claim, 2-1 morning line favorite. Drew the rail, not sure what to expect. Might look like a shrewd claim, but there's other question marks in here as well. Tough way to close out all the multi-race sequences.
Yeah, tough way to close it out. I mean, there's a lot of horses ran once, went to the lead and won, right? So you don't know what they're going to do the next time out. So I watched a lot of these works or these races again in some of the replays. I ended up on the 5, Princess Daddy, who ran a very sneaky good race against winners last time out. Broke from the rail, broke slowly, was in between horses, and then actually kind of got back in a tight spot late once again. I think could have ran that race, but just seemed uncomfortable all the way around. And I think that race with some trouble already facing winners is a big advantage and drawn outside. My second choice is the 2 Musical Number. This horse won easily for Dean Pedersen. It had the look of a horse. Sometimes when they go to the lead, people always think that's what they're going to do the next time out. Sometimes they're just faster than everybody else, right? This horse had the look of a horse who relaxed early, and I don't love the post inside, but I think as a horse that can sit, doesn't need to just send. And the horse that I'm kind of against, now maybe has a lot of talent, but I think is, if you don't watch the race on paper, the 6 Iconic Memories race looks better on paper than it is visually, because this horse was drawn outside. The other 8 horses to the inside literally did the old, everybody broke to the inside and they all annihilated each other. And this horse had a 3-length lead, 5 steps out of the gate, and went wire to wire. So I think that might be a little bit of a false race. I probably just put that horse in the winner's circle, but 5-2 for me. And I think I'm against Don't Tell Tamo just because I think the rail's a tough draw second time out.
2 shrewd trainers trained Jeff's top 2 selections in race 9. Hector Palma, been here for many, many decades. Dean Pedersen, one of my favorite trainers, underrated trainer with a small barn, but he certainly gets the job done. Jeff, before we let you go, one more wager to talk about that I know you're well aware of. That's the $1 Coast to Coast Pick 5 offered every Saturday and Sunday. It's a combination of races both at Gulfstream Park and here at Santa Anita. A $1 minimum wager with a low 15% takeout. Today's sequence begins with Gulfstream Park, race number 9, 2:08 p.m. Pacific time is when things will kick off. You can see 2 of the 5 races are the races that we did discuss. Jeff, thanks so much for your time, energy, and input today. You do such a great job representing Santa Anita. Have a great remaining rest of the meet, and hopefully I'll see you down at Del Mar for the Breeders' Cup.
Can't wait. Appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Thanks to all of you for watching as well. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Good luck, and enjoy Oktoberfest here at the Great Race Place.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem. Good afternoon and welcome to the Great Race Place, Santa Anita Park. The track conditions are brought to you by John Deere. And we're fast and firm. With the rail on the turf at 10 feet, here are the changes. Just one scratch on the program and an overweight. This is a breeze. No changes in the opener. Early pick 5 starts with race 1 with the player-friendly 14% takeout. Race 2 begins the early pick 4, number 3, Joyrider, 1 pound over. In race 3, there are no changes. The Fort starts the $2 pick 6 and is leg 1 of the $3 all-turf pick 3. The all-turf pick 3 today on races 4, 6, and 8. Just those 2 blinker notes. In the 5th, kicking off the late pick 5, there are no changes. Race 6 begins the late pick 4. A couple of blinker notes. 7th race, the new 15% takeout late pick 3 on races 7, 8, and 9. Scratch number 4, Nala. The 8th is the Lure Stakes and start of the new $5 late double. And in the 9th, no changes. The only race we offer super high 5 wagering on is the finale, race 9. Great day in Arcadia, lots of activities. Welcome to LA Tacos Birria Mania today and tomorrow. Post time for the first in 25 minutes at 1 p.m.